Look, okay, so this is the fourth film in a franchise that began back in the 90s. When the first Bad Boys came out, I was at Radio 1. This before I had kids, before I knew who Michael Bay was. And it was one of those, Simpson Brookheimer high concept movies. High concept meaning you can pitch it in one sentence. So, they're good cops, but they're bad boys. So Martin Lawrence, who took top billing on the first two films, and Will Smith, Marcus and Mike, Miami narcotics detectives with a wild streak, and they got like 72 hours to bust a case. That's the first film. Michael Bay directing, doing what he did, lots of cars, lots of swearing, lots of guns. It's not bad. It cost 19 million, took something like 140. So you then, 2003, get Bad Boys 2. Martin Lawrence still gets top billing at that point. Michael Bay still directing, same shtick as before. This time it's 2.5 hours long. Budget's up to 130 million because now Smith and Bay are incredibly expensive. But the box office still makes it, I think 270 or something. So they get away with it. Enough. Many, many years later, 2020, Bad Boys for Life. So by now, Will Smith is now getting top billing because he's Will Smith as opposed to Martin Lawrence. And, Martin Lawrence's career is kind of peaked with Big Mama's House. New directors, Belgian Rock and co-directors, Adil and Bilal. And budget now down to 90 million, running time down to 2 hours, box office 420-something million. So now, Bad Boys ride or die. Will Smith, again, top banana, despite the Oscars slapping incident. Adil and Bilal directing after having, because they made Batgirl, that of course was famously shelved. Running time, again, around about 2 hours, budget around about 100 million. And the story is, okay, so Mike and Marcus are older. Mike is tying the knot. Marcus is still married to Teresa. He's got health problems. He's addicted to candy and hot dogs. He has a heart attack at one point that gives him mystical visions. There's a whole mystical vision section. And then he comes back thinking that he's unbreakable. So he does that. That's what Martin Lawrence does. Will Smith does Will Smith. And the plot finds them, they become fugitives from the law because, along with Mike's criminal son, Armando, see the previous movie for full explanation. And the name of the late Captain Howard, see previous movies for explanation, gets dragged through the dirt and is accused of being involved in a whole bunch of drug cartel stuff. So they're outlaws, but they have to prove that he wasn't. Now, anyway, here's a clip.
Hey, Reggie, did you eat my snacks?
No, sir.
You ate my snacks, didn't you? You need to get a job.
I'm a U.S. Marine, sir.
Well, then you need to deploy.
Dad, look.
We now have evidence that the late Captain Conrad Howard of Miami PD was working directly with drug cartels for years.
Captain Howard is being framed.
Let's go.
What the hell? He's texting us from the other side.
No, he's not, Marcus. If he's seeing this, I'm probably dead.
Come on. I don't know how high up this shit goes, but don't trust anybody. You're my bad boys. Now clear my name.
So they have to clear his name. Now, from the opening shot, it's the usual stuff. It's Miami, beaches, bikinis, car chasing, bad boys, swearing, you know where you are. Although I have to say that increasingly these films look like Fast and Furious movies. Will Smith does Will Smith, and he does Will Smith completely effortlessly. That's what he does. He's fine. Martin Lawrence seems to be involved in a wrestling match with his entire face from the outset. It's as if he can't quite control his mouth or his eyeballs. I mean, it's as much flirting with clowny gurning as marrying it. I mean, he's annoying almost instantly. And then the cameras fly hither and yon. They fly in drones. They come on the end of, guns. They fly with bullets. They go this way, that way. Some of it is very visually stylish. There's one sequence in which the sort of the POV seems to be a continuous shot that looks every possible which way. And you go, okay, fine. Well, that's quite interesting. And then it turns into a sort of first-person shooter computer video game. There are whirlicopter crashes, there are plane crashes, there are car crashes, there are body crashes. Everything is shot at Miller time. Rhea Seehorn is completely wasted, which is really sad because I kept watching it thinking she was so brilliant in Better Call Saul. Why does she have absolutely nothing to do here? The humor is so broad it could give Norfolk a run for its money. Everyone gets shot, stabbed, blown up at least once. None of it has any impact. I kind of drifted in and out. I occasionally wondered, whether Will Smith thought that after winning the Oscar, there'd be another Bad Boys movie. Although, honestly, the the amount of money they're making, it kind of makes sense. I mean, this will take money. It has a cameo in it by Michael Bay, and the cameo by Michael Bay is, I think, less than 3 seconds long, and it's incredibly irritating. He's literally on screen with his terrible hair and his terrible face and his terrible everything for about 3 seconds, and I wanted to punch him. But for the rest of the film, it's, Bad Boys, it's that. It's literally that. It's that thing that they do, and I kind of find Will Smith fine, and I find Martin Lawrence annoying, and somebody really needs to dial him down dramatically. Like I said, the fact that there's a kind of afterlife hallucination sequence, you go, well, I hadn't thought about that before. Oh, and there's an albino alligator or albino alligator, whichever way you say it. Look, it is exactly what it is. No more or no less. But there's something about this that makes me think this started before I had children, and both of my children have grown up and left home, and it's still going.